even know what to say about this one. It's just a fun song to jump around to. I like that they precede all those punch in the face beat drops with cowbells.
Come to me,
I haven't had the chance to hear much from Woo-ah considering how recently they debuted, but I really like how danceable this B-side is, and also that like epic vocal moment that happens near the end of the song is like mwah. So in terms of the music video and the overall album and the accompanying lore, I actually do prefer the Why Not era. However, I think that as a track, I do definitely prefer So What. The whole bridge section, I could listen to that forever. While Perkis Night is definitely my favorite album of the year, and I couldn't really choose between these two B-sides. On one hand, I really like the sentiment of Wheel of the Year, but on the other hand, I really like the kind of soft rock sound that they adopt for Love Spell. I just really love the chorus. I can always count on Day 6 for that. So Craxy as a group debuted earlier in this spring, and they kind of threw everything at the wall, both in terms of the song itself and the music video. But as busy as it is, it's definitely unique as well, and it has a weird charm to it.
It's not nice to keep running away, but I'm fine to keep playing this game. Alright, I'll stop, don't yell at me, yo, it's too.
Black Swan also had a very solid debut this year. The track itself is this power anthem that has percussion in its front and center, and there's also this electric guitar just running throughout the whole thing, and it pulls back just long enough for the rap segment where you can clearly focus on Fato's clear, sharp verse.
Let's go!
Plenty of people have been talking about the recent retro craze in K-pop, but something I haven't seen get brought up as much is the slow burn integration of cowboy concepts. And I think what SF9 did with their comeback here is they just fully embraced it with the instrumental, and it's fully like welcome to Westworld, and I can't get enough of it.
Tell me you are all of me.
Luna killing it with the B-sides this year. I did not realize how much I missed Orange Caramel until I heard this song. It is a definite departure from what is popular in K-pop at this moment, but I think that makes it refreshing in a way. Just the subunit's whole aesthetic and the song's bouncy tempo, it just really makes me happy. Something about this song has me keeping it on repeat. It might be the castanets in the bridge. What You Waiting For is Somi's second release, I believe, as a soloist, and I do have to say I prefer this to her first, because this song seems a lot more secure in its identity. It's standard, but it's effective, and I really like how EDM leaning it is. I like the kind of house party vibe it has. I like how the chorus rhymes faded with drunk and wasted.
Can't stop me.
This was an excellent title track. It still has the signature twice sound and twice charm that onces can appreciate, but it also brings in a lot of new elements.
선명한 네 곁에 닿길 난 간절히 기도했어.
Okay, real talk. I cried the first time I listened to this track, and granted, I was very depressed at the time to begin with, but that's beside the point. I think that this song does a really good job of showcasing both the individual vocals and their harmonizing as a group, and in general, it's just very soothing to listen to. It took me a minute to warm up to this one, but after repeat listens, I started to really like it. I love how chock full of stock Halloween sound effects it is, like that growling voice under Damian Gallon's lines, or like the horror movie scream, or like the chanting choir. There's a lot going on, and I really enjoy it. Secret Number is a very promising rookie group. Both of their releases this year have been stellar. I love how both of the songs are very brass heavy, very high energy. They showcase how the main vocalist has real powerhouse potential. 불타는 태양과 덮치던 파도는 우리에겐 별게 아닌 것. Probably my favorite ATEEZ release. It's more contemplative in tone, but at the same time very climactic. The choreo was really lively. The song's instrumentals married itself well to Chungha's voice, and Chungha also looked really hot in the music video. Don't at me. GFriend has been ruling over my Spotify with an iron fist. This B-side from their first album of the year honestly blew me away. I love the performance of it with all the backup dancers, and there's this awesome synth guitar combo that keeps repeating throughout the song. Untouchable does a really good job of complementing the album's title track, La Di Da. Whereas La Di Da has a very big sound to it, Untouchable is a lot more romantic sounding, a lot more low-key. I love how the 80s sounding synths are utilized. I love Yiren's little refrain and how her softer delivery kind of contrasts with the other members. Has been coming out with hit after hit the past few years. Everything in this title track just kind of comes together effortlessly to make something that feels very classy, very bougie. The instrumental, the airy vocals, the chorus, the Easter Sunday pastel dresses they wear on the live stages. I just feel like I'm at brunch with a bunch of people who hate me. Also, there's this random gunshot sound after the first chorus, and I'm still trying to figure it out. have been raving about this B-side off of G-Friend's Song of the Sirens, and for good fucking reason. I've heard a lot of people compare it to an anime opening, and I cannot disagree. It's a very apt comparison. The instrumental is dominated by pianos and strings, and the girls' vocals are very earnest, and the lyrics are very personal as well. I believe it's based off of one of the members' diary entries. It's all in all just a really beautiful track. G-Friend has been seriously knocking it out of the park this year. I think that out of all of the disco-inspired tracks that have come out in 2020, this has to be my favorite. I love how it's a danceable, night-out, confidence boost type of bop, but at the same time, it also falls into line with the type of plot that they've been building up over the past few albums where they're becoming witches. There is this almost ominous undertone to the lyrics and the melody that I love a lot.
Glow forever, let's go. Got no time for haters. 모두 다 지워버려. 라디다라디다다, 라디다리다, 라디다리다, 라디다리다. I can't.
Thank God for this retro craze, honestly. Everglow's more 80s inspired la-di-da has been such an earworm for me. I am typically more used to Everglow having title tracks that are more structured around beat drops, so it was really cool to see what they did with a full-bodied chorus. The song is just very exciting, it pumps me up, and the choreography also in their live performances, like, mwah.
나를 제발 가둬두지 말아줘 순진했던 나 사랑 앞에 올인해.
This one came out of left field for me. I have seen horror concepts be done in K-pop before, like with everything that Dreamcatcher does, or VIX's early discography, or Red Velvet's Peekaboo, but I've never seen it done in quite this way before. This feels more like a girl in a white dress crawling down your stairs, if that makes sense. The music video has beds of flowers, but it also has close-ups of needles to the eye and scissors hanging from the ceiling. The uncensored version ends with an axe swinging into a girl's face, and the music just nurtures those visuals. It's very pretty, but it's very eerie sounding at the same time. The girls' voices are somber, and there is this part after the chorus where the instrumental just flattens out into a low thrumming, and the girls stop singing and more start kind of tonelessly chanting. And this is definitely the most notable release of the year for me. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I do want to note that this is entirely based off of my own personal taste, and if your personal taste does not match up with mine, then that is a-okay. I want to wish everyone a happy and safe new year, and I hope that 2021 is kind to us all. See ya!